Welcome to Pilgrim Point Camp, a ministry of the Minnesota Conference United Church of Christ. Here with me and being our tour guide is Gigi Nauer, our camp director. So come on along, we're going to see the camp. Gigi, take over.
All right. So this is our front entrance, the main entrance to camp, with a sign that greets the new groups coming for a week or a weekend. A lot of green still on the trees this fall. Crossing this road are a few of our hiking trails that are more obvious in the summer months, but plenty of hiking trails available to walk on throughout camp time. The first building we'll come to is called the Rec Hall. It's where our registration happens for different events. It's where our programs can happen. It includes a stage and audio-visual system, sound system for music, and a conference room. We accomplish many wonderful things in this building and have program in there on the days, even games when there are days that are rainy outside and we have to come in. Past the rec hall, our site opens up into a kind of a sports area with a volleyball court and a kickball, softball, baseball kind of court. Some kids heading in after their football game today.
Pick up football. Best thing to do in the world in the fall.
Our maintenance shed is tucked away over on this side. Tools and vehicles, our wood-fired bread oven that's all covered up. Racks and racks of firewood to help with vesper services and roasting marshmallows for s'mores and meditation time. North Shore Cabin is next. It is a bunk-style housing with, I think, 16 beds. Entrances on both sides. A beautiful view of the north side of the lake. And a wall that pulls out in the middle that can divide it into two spaces with full bathrooms and showers inside. We're going to take the part of the road that curves toward the lake. Lake Ida is huge.
You know how many acres it is?
I do not know how many acres it is, but we have a north side and a south side to the lake, and our point kind of divides it roughly in the middle. We are the only camp facility on the lake. There are many family-owned cabins, but we have a very good relationship with people who are on the lake, and they like us here. We've actually had one young woman ask to have her wedding here because she grew up at their family cabin hearing the bell ring to call people to meals here at camp. So she had her wedding here and they rang the bell. Near our waterfront is one of our two playground systems for kids to play on. Racks for canoes, many kayaks, hammocks for those people who don't want to paddle, they'd rather nap. And then Adirondack chairs to rest, and a waterfront and a dock. Many more items normally in the lake for our waterfront, but given that this is currently the fall, those things are being taken out. Brand new walkway that leads us from the waterfront to the lodge, which is one of our buildings for people to stay in. This is the lodge. Sleeps 42. 24 bottom bunks and 24 top bunks, a wonderful open lounge kind of space. We often have spring leadership program in here because we can meet in here as well as stay in here. And as you can see, we are on a point. We're already looking at water on the other side. We have a lot of shoreline here at Pilgrim Point Camp. Now we're on the other side of the lodge. and going further down toward the point. On our right, although it will be hard to see on the video, we have a labyrinth. A nice walking area. It's a regular service project to make it visible every year.
All they have to do is clean it up, is mow it, and do a little trimming.
We have torches that lead us down to the Vespers area that we light depending upon the event. We have some maintenance going on down at the Vespers area. This is where one of the places that we worship. The cart will not drive us to the very end of the point, but this would be the place where we would continue walking and end up on the sandy point. Breeze is coming from the south side today, which means that everything we would do on the north side would be nice and calm. The advantage of having a camp on the point.
The point, yeah.
The small yellow building directly in front of us now, just past our lodge, is where our volunteers stay. We call it the boathouse because originally the boats that belonged to camp were all stored in a basement storage space with double opening doors. That's no longer true, but we still call it the boathouse. Sleeps six and has 2 full bathrooms including showers. The small yellow building next to that is called the gatehouse. Sometimes where the director stays, sometimes where VIPs stay when they're visiting camp. 2 bedrooms and, again, a bathroom with a shower. Just across from that is the annex, which is a bunk-style space with the south annex and the north annex having beds, and then the center being a lounge area where people can be. And right in front of that is a Gaga pit. A game originally from India, comparable to dodgeball. The rules being the ball stays from below your knees and is rolled by hand toward each other, and if you get hit with the ball somewhere between your feet and your knees, you are out and you hop outside of it until the next game begins. Very popular. Fishing dock is on the opposite side of our point from the waterfront. And we have a pontoon that can dock on that side as well as on the other side.
So if we have a specific windy day, it's easier to get in on that side.
Exactly. We can even, there is enough room also to even put in kayaks and canoes on either side based on the wind. Straight ahead is our dining hall and kitchen and office in the back part of the dining hall. Capacity in the dining hall is 130. Camp has 142 beds, so I guess if we had more people, we would serve in shifts. We have buffet-style dining during our camps, and it works very, very well, and we have very good food.
Yes, we do. That salad bar is fantastic.
Straight ahead we have what I call the veranda. I don't know that that's what everyone calls it, but it's a wonderful space for people to converse, have a morning cup of coffee. It's a good program space, and we've even had some Taizé-style worship services of music and prayer on that little deck. Formerly there wasn't any way to use this little piece of camp, and it's really been a popular spot, especially before mealtime when people are relaxing.
Oh, it's lovely at 6 o'clock in the morning with a cup of coffee. Oh my goodness.
So now we're on the other side of the sports field. This is our other playground with a swing for a smaller age. And now we're going up a hill that goes up to the cabins at the higher elevation of camp, if Minnesota has a higher elevation. We refer to these cabins as the poem cabins. They are named pine, oak, elm, and maple. They have 2 doors, so there are beds on either side, so each cabin actually represents 2 spaces to stay in. And to our left is a poem lounge, which is a place where the people staying in these cabins can access a social place to be together. And the restrooms for this area are on the lower level of the poem lounge. We'll move back over to the road so we're not bouncing quite so much.
About how many feet of shoreline does this camp have? Gigi, do you remember?
Our acreage is a little over 50 acres, and the majority of it is shoreline. The majority of it is accessible shoreline. Now that we're up on this hill, it's a beautiful view, but no way to get down to the water. The express number of feet, I'm not sure, but certainly we have room to expand and even put a waterfront on another side if program dictated that in upcoming years as our numbers continue to increase. This building is a gazebo. Has a new tin roof on it, which I think is just amazing. 2 restrooms with showers, so it's another space for the poem cabin residents to access. And then the gazebo itself is an open room with many, many windows, so it can be open for breezes to be coming through for summer program. Typically a craft area, also a fireplace in there. So when we've had events with the youth, this has been one of the places that we've made s'mores, had programming, or a place to relax inside if it's raining outside. Right after the gazebo, we have 8 campsites. Electricity between every 2, and we have many campers who will come up during family camps or with their congregations, but bring their campers and stay up here. They each have a spot for a fire. They each have a picnic table. And the view from this area is wonderful of the entire south side of the lake.
I wanted to pause a second just to let you listen to how quiet and beautiful it is out here on Pilgrim Point Camp. Gigi, this has been a marvelous tour. We really appreciate you taking us through Pilgrim Point Camp, and farewell.